Shalom uvracha to all the holy members of this Chizuk broadcast. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a Gmar Chasima Tova and to apologize once again for the many fundraising messages that we sent out in recent days. I wanted to share an inspiring thought that occurred to me from the piyutim that we'll say in Mitzvah Hashem tonight on the holy night of Yom Kippur. Ki hine kachomer biyad hayoytzer. We are like raw material in the hands of the Creator. When he wants to, he makes it big, and when he wants, he makes it shorter. We are like stones in the hands of the builder. When he wants, he carves it properly, and when he wants, he breaks them. And so the piyut goes on, first citing how HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the creator, the builder, the artist, or the captain. Sometimes he creates the vessel properly, and then the second half of each sentence describes how sometimes HaKadosh Baruch Hu also breaks it, or separates it from the fire, or lets go of the wheel, or ruins it, etc. The obvious question is, why would Hashem do that? If our hearts are truly in His hands, as the piyut is suggesting, why would Hashem sometimes break us or let go of us or remove us from the fire or shorten the vessel, etc.? So I was thinking about this and I discovered something amazing. If you look at the last section of the piyut, the order is switched around. In the first 6 out of the 7 sections, the good is always mentioned first, and then the bad is mentioned. Birtzoisei marchiv ubirtzoisei mekatzer, birtzoisei oiches ubirtzoisei mechates, birtzoisei dibek laor ubirtzoisei peirash. Again and again, the good is mentioned first, and the bad is mentioned second. But in the last part of the piyut, the order is suddenly switched around. Ki hine kakesef biyad hatzoreif, birtzoisei mesagseg ubirtzoisei metzoreif. We are like silver in the hands of a silversmith. When he wants to, he leaves it unrefined with impurities, and when he wants to, he refines it in the fire. The Pirush Mata Levi explains Mesagseg means Einoi mitzaref oisei koroi aval yishar boisigim. It remains with impurities. Ubirtzoisei mitzoreif, he explains Mitzaref oisei sheyia kesef tohar. It should be purified. So in this last part, the bad is mentioned first, unrefined, and the good is mentioned last. The author of this piyut is telling us that all the times that we think Hashem is letting go of the wheel, or taking us away from the light, or breaking us, it's really all to refine us, to purify us, and to help us to use those experiences of being thrown far from Hashem in order that we have to make the effort to get close to Him once again. The Paitan is telling us that all these seemingly good things mentioned above may leave us unrefined. If Hashem would always steer us on the straight path, always keep us in the light, we would remain unrefined with all our character defects. At the end of the day, our falls and our struggles are really there to refine us. So as we do Teshuvah this Yom Kippur for all our shortcomings and falls, let us remember that Hashem is ultimately the one who allowed us to fall in the first place. And He did this for one reason only, for days like today, for days like Yom Kippur, so that we can refine ourselves by getting back up, by feeling the pain of being cut off from the light of our souls, and by using the darkness as a way to appreciate the light. The falls of the whole year were not just mistakes that happened. They served the purpose of refining us and instilling the holy day of Yom Kippur with so much more meaning. Because when we finally merit to truly feel the difference between light and darkness, it is at that point that we'll be truly refined. May we all have an uplifting and inspiring Yom Kippur, and a Gmar Chasima Tova. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who took a share in this year's campaign. With only a few hours left, we're still about 25% away from our goal for this year. Can there be a greater place to put your kaparas money than in having a part in the Teshuvah of thousands of Yidden before Yom Kippur? You know, there's a minig to give kaparas money to aniyim. Well, Guard Your Eyes has a askama from a Binyamin Eisenberger where he wrote a michtav chizuk, quote, Ala mivtza shalachem la'amoid liyamin evyoinim va'aniyim ve'ein ani ela bedas be'inyan shmiras ha'inayim. Aniyus hadas, neshamas that are stuck in the mud, there's no greater aniyim than them. So one can definitely use their kaparas money to help our campaign succeed and to continue helping thousands of Yidden to do Teshuvah in the coming year. Please go before Yom Kippur to guardyoureyes.com/5778 to put in your pidyon kofer nefesh. And in this schus, may we all be zeichet to a year of kedusha and tahara and nachas from all our children and a Gmar Chasima Tova. Thank you for listening to the Guard Your Eyes Daily Chizuk broadcast. Pass them on to your friends and help spread kedusha in the world.